In today's video, we're going to be playing some 1000 rated chess. Will we win? Will we lose? I don't know. All right, let's get right into it. Well, actually, before we begin, we have to look at this game. We have to look at this game from yesterday because ever since I got to the 1100 rating, I noticed that people love to attack this f7 square. I've seen over and over again, people will bring a knight or bishop and they'll sacrifice on the f7 square. It makes no sense. It's usually bad, but then I guess they know what to do because they play like some hound dogs. And so we have to know how to refute this stuff because these guys are not playing around. So, all right, we're going to look at this real quick. Get a little Sicilian on the board. All right, and then d6, the knight comes in, queuing up their little sacrifice. So we have to think what to do here. The engine wants e6, which makes sense. This is super common Nidorf Sicilian stuff, which is usually what we should be doing.
Share your stream in a Kick community to help hit 200 followers and
what's going on right now?
And also earn 1,000.
So we go e6 here.
Add me on Discord Olamo_24.
We're already gonna have to turn off the speaker bot. We started off spam immediately. All right. So we come down here. They have an attack on the f7 square. We're looking at e6. But instead, we play the knight move just because we want to cover this. All right.
200 followers and 800 viewers and
all right, yeah, we did get the TTS working. We did get the TTS working. I underestimated people's willingness to spam. All right. So what we should have done was e6, and then we get it in, but now things are getting a little dubious here, right? Because this isn't good for the opponent. But we have to figure out why. We have to figure out the proper continuation, and we're going to mess this up pretty shortly here. The bishop is the issue. We needed to potentially keep the bishop on g7 so we could push the pawn, and we don't have the threat when they open up their bishop to recapture. We can just recapture with the pawn, so if the rook is hanging, the bishop can simply recapture here. All right, so we go for the wrong maneuver, and this gets us in trouble even though it's a dead draw. We don't have that resource anymore, and now we're really going to mess up because we take the bishop. All right, this is a Sicilian thing. Anytime the opponent plays d4, you take. That's the whole purpose of playing the first move of the Sicilian here. The whole purpose of moving this c pawn is so when they play d4, we can take it, trading a flank pawn for a central pawn. This is just going to be okay for us. So the opponent comes out swinging, and you got to respect them. You have to respect these opponents. They're not messing around here. So we make a mistake, and we blunder our queen. And we're going to proceed to lose this game, even though we had a good position, because we didn't find the proper resources. So probably should have just kept the bishop close, so we could have pushed the pawn and actually taken. And that's really what I think we can gain from this. Because they're going to open up the bishop, right? They're going to strike the knight, open up the bishop, so that we can't retake with the queen. And then we would take. We would definitely take. And the opponent would probably castle. And then we would strike the knight. And whatever they do, I'm not sure what they do here, but we have to take. We have to take the knight and get this queen out of here. All right, so we messed that up. We blundered. We fumbled the bag. We fumbled the bag.
Oh dear.
But that's okay, because we're going to listen to some jazz, and we're going to play some rapid chess. All right, let's get this. So now we figured that out. We figured out that little blunder there. All right, let's get straight into it. Little 1b3 action. Let's keep it funky. Let's keep it funky. Get our bishop out. All right. Shall we open up our light square bishop? Most likely. I love this opening. It's super flexible, right? We can move the c-pawn, open up our light squared bishop. We could keep it really tight and super pass and just get the knights to the center, which that doesn't usually look fun to me. So let's open up the bishop. We're probably looking to get the c-pawn soon, but we definitely want to get a knight out, all right? We could either pin the knight. We could pin the knight and lose the bishop or save the bishop. Let's pin the knight for now. I want to see how the opponent reacts. Then we'll probably bring our knight to the center and get this c4 move in. All right, so they know what's going on here. This opponent knows what's going on here. They're not playing around. That's actually what you're supposed to do. All right. Should we strike the center? Yes, we should. Let's strike the center. All right, let me pull up the chat here. All right. So should we just take back or intermezzo? I suppose we'll take back first. They're probably going to get the bishop out. Oh, they get the knight out. Interesting. We'll get our knight out in response, preparing to castle. Double castle. All right, we have to decide if we're taking this knight. They can finally move it. We could take the knight or strike the central pawn. I like strike the central pawn. They may take the bishop, though. That's what I'm counting on. So we strike. They take the bishop. We take the knight. They take our pawn. We take back. Yeah, we're going to be opening things up if we continue with that route. We could just retreat the bishop, get it to safety, and just be Bing chillin'. Alright. Castle seems fine. Castle seems fine here. I just don't like the juice or unprotected. And I'm really expecting takes. We could just get the knights off the board. Let's keep our good bishop. Where does this knight want to jump to? Alright, the knight could jump in. Let's just take the knight, retreat the bishop. We'll go bishop for knight, and then we'll castle. Alright, how about that? And then, well, okay, hold on. He's attacking where we were about to put our pawn. So he's preventing the castle, but that's okay, because we have knight. We have knight to d2, and then c4 next. And he doesn't want to push this pawn. Maybe I could bring the knight in first. If the queen moves anywhere, we'll take the knight to make a weakness in front of the king. Alright, so let's prepare our plan here. This way we can castle. I think this looks just fine for us. We'll get the knight into the game. They may take it. If they take it, I would expect the rook slide, because they'd be hitting our undefended bishop. Ah, okay. You don't see that every day. Are we worried about this? Are we worried about this? We could just bring the knight. Well, we don't want to lose the queen, do we? So we can move the knight. Let's just move the knight and castle. Smooth the knight, castle, call it a day. Castle and call it a day.
Oh no.
I think it'll be alright. Okay. Opponent's thinking here. Gotta respect our opponent now. So they're putting a lot of pressure on the knight, right? They have 1, 2, 3 pieces on the knight. So if we castle, they take our knight, we take back, they take our knight, we take back, we would lose the queen. For that reason, we may have to come here to the center. I'm expecting the pawn push. Maybe we should have pushed our own pawn and just got the bishop out of there. But the opponent's playing very respectable. It's 1100, so don't sleep on them. So they're going to give up their bishop. I mean, is this good for them? Okay, and now they come down. So what do we do here? If we come back, let's see, they have 1, 2, 3 pieces. We have 2 defenders, so that's not good. Ah, we may have to castle here. Alright, let's think what could happen. If I go forward, they take my knights. We would recapture. And then they would recapture once again. So that's probably not very good for us. Okay. Oh, I didn't think this was a bad position. I thought this was pretty fine. Well, maybe we should just castle whatever happens, happens, because I think we're losing a piece, and we're already 3 minutes down on the clock, so just do a solid move. We're going to lose a piece here. That's okay. Can't win them all. You cannot win them all. I'm expecting takes, takes, takes. We have a queen and 2 rooks. All right, so we're going to fight to the bitter end. What? Ah, because they're putting a strike. I see. So maybe we should hit the bishop. Well, we've already lost the knight. We have already lost the knight. So we don't want to lose 2 knights. We could attack the pawn. They would just recapture. The opponents play this very well. You know the opponent knows what they're doing, I'll tell you, because this is super rare. Super rare. Most people do not know to put the bishop here. I don't know why it goes there. I've just seen on the engine, like, that's what you're supposed to do. And I couldn't even tell you why you do it. And so I guess our opponent knows. Maybe we weren't supposed to trade. I'm trying to see where we got in trouble, because I really thought this was fine for us. Maybe I was supposed to get the C push in earlier. Yeah, this seems fine. This seems fine. Oh, it's the check. It was the check that got us. So maybe taking with the knight wasn't fine. Maybe we needed to take with pawn. Ah, we needed to take with pawn, I'm thinking. Okay, so I think this is where we messed up. All right. And now, let's see. How do we proceed from here? We're down on the clock. But we have to have a very, very solid move, right? Our opponent's going to play solidly. So let's threaten checkmate. I suppose we should come and threaten checkmate. We just need a solid move. I think this is fine. You know, our opponent, they're probably not going to fall for it. All right, they didn't fall for it. So what do we do now? Well, I suppose put a threat on the knight. Maybe we need to get a rook lift in, because this is a pretty losing position for us. So we got to think here. We got to think here. Opponent played pretty solidly. They knew the opening better than I did. Okay. And not to worry, I do play this 1v3 opening a lot, and it's a pretty solid opening. I would recommend it to anybody. Just not in the move order we just did. This was clearly a mistake. Clearly a mistake here. All right. Well, this is tough, but we're running out of time, and we need a testing position. I kind of just want to go up and sack the rook. That's what I'm looking at. I go up and I sack the rook, and we go for glory. I just don't think it works. We need to keep these rooks on the board. We need to keep these rooks on the board. Takes and takes is probably what we're going to see, and then we have to figure out how to rook lift and get in front of the king.
Emoji Angel.
At least our queen's in a position to make a threat. Emoji Angel, yes, thank you very much. Thank you. We got the TTS. We got the TTS, my buddy, my friend. Alright, yeah, so if I come this way, knight takes, and there's an intermezzo where they check us first and then knight takes. This is not a good position. So let's snap off the pawn. Snap off the... What? That's super weird, right? To rotate the bishop. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, yeah, it's a great pin. But it just feels so accurate. You gotta give the respect to the opponent here. Alright, what do we do here? So we're pinned. Should we come closer? No, because we need to leave room for the rook. Oh, I see you, my guy. I see you, my guy. Loggy tonight. We don't loggy tomorrow. We loggy tonight.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I wonder what the delay on this thing is. Alright, so we need a testing move. If we come with the rook, they would check us. We'd go to the corner. They'd take our rook. Our other rook would take. We'd have a threat on the pawn, but I don't think that's going to seal the deal for us. We could take the knight. Retakes with the queen.
Interesting.
That's pretty interesting. Takes a knight, retakes with the queen, and then we would attack the queen. No, but they're always going to intermezzo us with the check. They're always going to hit us with the intermezzo.
He needs some milk.
This pawn needs some milk. That's the issue. All right. Oh, we're running out of time. We're running out of time. 1 minute. Goodness gracious. I didn't expect to be in such a tight position. I feel like I have no good moves here. Usually you got one good move. All right. We're getting hit with this check. I mean, what do we do against the check? I'm not trying to get checkmated here. Check so I could stop it. All right, let's just stop it with the rook. I mean, I'm not sure what else to do. I mean, bishop's taken. That bishop is taking. There's no question. Why would they have gone there if they weren't going to take with the bishop?
Major fracture detected.
All right, we're going to wait for our opponent to think here. They're in a solid. I mean, if you had to think about taking with the bishop, our opponent had to think about taking with the bishop. They played this whole game like a master, a literal master, and they had to think about taking with the bishop. All right, and we already planned to recapture, but it canceled my auto move. Oh, I'm in check. Hold on. All right, let's take. We're gonna swing the rook to the F file. 40 seconds. Maybe we go up and around. We'd have to go. Oh, we'd have to go all the way up. Yeah, this is looking tough. I mean, the knight takes. I don't even know what the opponent's thinking about. Why is the opponent thinking? They must be eating a snack. Maybe they got a train to catch. What? They didn't take the rook. That's pretty odd, right? I mean, you got a free rook and you don't take it. You don't see that every day. I don't think they're going to allow us. Yeah, our opponent is pretty solid. Got to give them all the credit in the world. All right, where do we move? I mean, I got to find a good move here. And the knight's going to retake. Oh, queen. What? All right, didn't see that one. I'll be the first to tell you. I didn't see this maneuver.
Don't be ridiculous.
We're getting crushed. We're getting blown off the board. All right, does this work? We're gonna check. Ah, the queen takes. I didn't see it, and then checkmate right here. All right. Well, actually, we can stop it with the rook. Look at that. Look at that one. Oh, good game on our opponent. We're gonna have to review that one. So we made a couple mistakes in the opening. But we got crushed pretty convincingly. So let's see where our blunders were. Opponent played 17 of the best moves. I don't know. Isn't that a little suspicious? Isn't that a little suspicious? The opponent played 17 of the best moves in a row against an unorthodox opening. I mean, who am I to say? But let's start the review. That is just super odd. Opponent is playing book moves in the Nimzovich Larsen from Colombia. All right, so we get we get 4 book moves out. Yeah, it's always odd when they play the bishop here. It's like, how do you know that? You studied the Nimzovich Larsen? It was a. Well, I'll tell you what. that's very uncommon. That is highly uncommon for someone to play 17 of the best moves in a row, my guy. You know, I don't know. Let's look at the profile. Let's look at the profile real quick. Wait, let's see where we went wrong, and then we'll look at the profile and see if are they just demolishing everybody, or did I just get unlucky? Yeah, the knight. It was the knight was the issue. So what were we supposed to do here? Slide over, I'm assuming? Yeah, just slide over. And I saw this, but I didn't want to do it because it's such a passive move. Oh, we lost the camera there. It's such a passive move. But yeah, this is fine for us according to the engine. And I'm assuming they would just trade queens and then probably try to get their rook to the open file. Well, they would play the best move every time. That's what they did. It's just a gold star, gold star, gold star, gold star. Yeah, this was when I was suspicious, man, like, you found this move, and then what really got me, why would you not just take the rook with the knight? I mean, it's a knight for a rook. But they said, no, we're going to attack your queen. That's unusual. All right, so let's see what's going on here. Joined 24 days ago. 1800 bullet, 1800 blitz, 1200 rapid. I mean, that's just for reference. I'm 1100 rapid and 900 blitz. I'm 1100 rapid and 800 bullet. This guy's the reverse. Playing 94 accuracy. Now that's crazy. Win, 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 win. They win every game. What happened here? Why is there a little death maneuver? Why is there a death thing? What does that mean? Joined 13 hours ago. What? All right, yeah, we're into suspicious area here. All right, I'm just a little suspicious. I can't even recall the last time I reported an account, but that was just super suspicious to play 17 best moves in a row. I don't know. Maybe we can get the top minds on this one. Let's play a new game. Let's play a new game. Get our soundboard popping. All right. If it ain't broke, don't break it. Let's go 1v3 once more. See if our opponent knows the continuation. Oh, a queen. What is this? Early queen move. All right, we got to be careful with this one. So, should we just move the knight? We have a double attack on the pawn. So they may play something very passive. I'm curious what the opponent does here. Yeah, it's very passive. All right. Let's open up our bishop. Prepare to strike the center. If they take with pawn, strike the center. If they take with pawn, we retake with bishop, putting a threat on the queen. Okay, so they're setting up to recapture with knight. Should we pin the knight? All right, pin the knight. Pawn moves forward. And what is our response? Could come back, but then we don't get c4 in. Let's get c4 in and get the knight out. I suppose we'll put the knight on d2 so the bishop can remain looking at the queen here. They recapture with knight. We could take the knight, trade, and there'll be no d-pawns on the board. But who does that really help?
Are you sure this is the right way?
I have no idea. We're in uncharted territory here. Yeah, try to keep this open. All right, opponent's thinking. Come forward. We could get the connect 4. Little connect 4 on the board. I don't really see the issue with that. Let's get our knight like we wanted to. And if they retake, should we recapture with the knight? Big decision here, I suppose. Let's get their rook off the board. We may bring our queen down here and pin the bishop. That'd be inconvenient if we were to pin the bishop to the king. And we have this beautiful long diagonal here. Beautiful. It's beautiful. So if we come down here, what are they doing against that threat? They could move their bishop, and that would give us time to take. So I'm actually curious what the opponent's going to do here. Oh, they bring the queen back. Okay. So maybe now we capture the pawn, recaptures with the knight, recaptures the knight, recaptures with pawn, recaptures with the bishop. Our knight is only protected by the king in that scenario. Is that worth going for? I think it is. I think because the queen has to be tied to the defense of this bishop, and it's going to prevent their king from castling. Now, we can't castle either, but because we're moving our knight, the king needs to stay here and defend it. Just curious if it makes more sense to get the bishop out first so we have the option of a bishop. I think we should strike this pawn here. Let's go for the pawn. Let's go for this maneuver. Very risky for both sides. Kings are going to be wide open. But we could hop our knight. We could just hop our knight. I figure they pretty much have to take this pawn. What? They didn't take the pawn? Okay. We could come back and pin the knight to the king. Then maybe they'll take the pawn. Let's just take. Their bishop's going to have some scope along these dark squares. Oh, they took with the pawn. I was expecting bishop takes. Alright, should we just strike? Let's strike because it's a double attack on the rook and the knight. Usually can be very dangerous to take this pawn, but because there's a double attack, I think this is actually pretty okay for us. And our bishop is holding down on g2. Bishop holding it down. Doing what bishops do. Alright. So, I don't know what the best move for the opponent is. That's probably very good to attack with the knight, and it takes away our ability. But I'm going to come all the way down with the queen and maintain this beautiful dark square diagonal. And this pawn is restricted, is doing an amazing job of restricting this knight. So this would be a foolish move to go check here. It did cross my mind, but we know that's a no bueno. And maybe the bishop comes to the center. All right, so let's take the knight. King can no longer castle. All right, he's striking our queen now. Where does the queen want to go to? Either a3 or b1. a3 means we're looking at the pawn, which could lead to a double attack. b1 just gives us this beautiful king check. Let's just go b1 and just keep it cautious. Stay on the light square so we don't have to worry about the dark square bishop. And then our pawn is weak. If we ever move the bishop to castle, our pawn is weak, so we're going to have to contend with that. We could even bring the bishop all the way back. I could move the pawn h4 with the intention of trading off everything. Alright, we could simply just go g3 and fianchetto the bishop. This seems fine for us. Maybe we'll g3 action and we'll fianchetto the bishop. Yeah, what is going on? Opponent's thinking. Chat is paused. Alright, hopefully we're not having internet connection issues. Alright, we seem to be alright. My guy. So he moved the pawn down, stopping us from doing our little check maneuver, and then if we were to take, his knight comes in. So probably don't want to take that pawn. We could take the pawn to threaten the rook. And where do you move it? Yeah, I think that rook is trapped, actually. I'm not sure where it goes to. Alright, well, you could come to this square. Okay, you could come to this square. Takes. We don't want to mess up this beautiful position. It's a calm move. Calm h4 move. Just to bring the bishop back, and then he takes with the bishop. We take with the knight. Takes with the rook. Takes with the pawn. Yeah, he wouldn't do that, I don't think. And they do have a light square bishop, but it needs a couple moves to start threatening our pieces. Or we could just keep everything defended and we could get the diagonal here. I like h4. h4, bishop back. But what is our opponent threatening here? Don't want to blunder something. Okay. Let's get a health pack here. Let's just take a little health pack, have a little think. Yeah, I'm very confused in this position because it feels like we're winning, but I feels like I could also make a big mistake very easily. Maybe you just go simple and defend this pawn. Our bishop is hanging, right? So if we take, their rook would put a threat on our bishop. And we can't check because they're dark square bishop. All that being said, I'm thinking h4. We need to get this dark square bishop out. It's extremely powerful. Extremely powerful. And this knight trade is probably fine for us. We could come in this way with the bishop. Intermezzo with the check. I'm curious what the opponent does to this check. They block with the bishop. Alright, so maybe we should take now and just trade everything off. Let's take. If the rook comes crashing through. Ah, okay. Do we take with the pawn or the knight? I suppose the knight. Bishop's crashing through. And we're going to look to trade. Rook g2. Bishop comes back. Alright, so he just puts a plain threat on the bishop. Do we go pawn hunting? No. Check, and the queen takes. Is there a tactic here? I don't see it. Check, queen takes, queen check. Bishop comes back. Queen, no, that doesn't work. We could simply threaten the bishop. So you take our bishop, we take your bishop, you take our knight. I don't think that's the way forward. Let's come to this trade arrangement that we've been building up towards. Everything's just leading towards this beautiful trade. And we're ready for it. Locked and loaded. Alright, opponent's thinking. Opponent's playing extremely resilient. You have to give them all the credit in the world. Alright, and I'm assuming knight takes so we can put a threat on the bishop. Pawn takes frees our rook, though, actually. But the bishop's pinned, so let's go for the knight so we can guarantee the trade. And maybe the rook lifts. And we still haven't castled yet. We still have the right to castle. I got rights, you know. Alright. So we're looking to take. I mean, they could take with the rook. We retake with the pawn. They take with the queen. Oh, okay. But is that necessarily good for them? Takes, knight check. No, that's not a good idea. Simply slide forward, preserving our check down here. Yeah, I'm thinking slide forward. So the bishop is still pinned, and we have a check on h8. Check on h8 looks just fine. We trade queens, and then we castle. Opponent's queen hasn't moved since the beginning of the game. Neither has our rook, but that's good for us. Oh, they go for the trade. So is this a big trade we're looking at? We take with the queen. Yeah, we need to take with the queen. Then we deflect the rook off the line. Then we can trade the knight and castle, as we've been wanting to do. All right, let's get our rook into the game. Looking at d7. We could check. King would come here. Probably not the way. Check. King threatens. We take the pawn. They take the knight. We retake. I mean, we'd have a rook and 4 pawns against a rook and 1 pawn. Could just hop the knight back. A minute left, so it's about go time. Are we making? Is this brilliant? Is this a brilliancy? They take just to get rid of their pawn on the edge of the board. Oh, this is tough. This is tough. I don't want to ruin this beautiful position. I would love if they brought the rook back. Okay, we're gonna go for this. We're gonna lose the knight. We're gonna lose the knight. But 4 pawns and a rook. Oh, okay. We're not gonna lose the knight somehow. Opponent has mercy. Bring him back. Calm and collect. All right, king. How are we going to attack you with a knight and a rook in 50 seconds? We could check the king if it takes, then we get another check. That's a tactic right there. Oh, it might be okay. Oh, now we can just move the knight right back. Or we could come try to take the pawn. Let's come back and try to take the pawn 45 seconds. So once we get rid of this pawn, we have so much less to worry about. They could defend it, and then we'll just bring the knight. I think only way to defend the pawn would be this way. I cannot attack the rook, or we would lose the e-pawn. Been there, done that. One too many times. But the knight provides nice little interference. All right. 45 seconds. Time to get our fingers on the trigger here. All right, and we interfere, as we discussed. The rook doesn't have a lot of good squares. Oh, okay. So let's just go ahead and snap off the pawn. They'll retake. Then we'll take this pawn. And we have a tactic here. We can check the king and win the rook if they don't do anything about that. So they're going to have to do that. They have to perform a maneuver to protect this rook from this check. All right, they fell into the tactic. And now we just bring this baby to queenhood. Pre-move all the way. Oh no, we're going to lose the knight. Well, we're going to lose the knight. I canceled the pre-move. Maybe the opponent will have mercy. I don't know why they would.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine. You're not really fine. You just can't get into it because they would never.
All right, feeling powerful. Okay, so we're going to go for the queen. There was no mercy to be had. And if the king fails to move, it's going to come with check. We'll move right back down to h2 and snap the pawn off, and then we'll make another queen. 30 seconds should be plenty of time. How could you possibly mess this up? All right. Got a nice check here.
Their plan is to outtime you.
That may be a good plan, I would say. But I got the pre-moves. I got the pre-moves right here. You going nowhere. It's a good plan. I would do the same thing. But I play a lot of bullet and blitz. So we can just take this. Then queen protects, king comes in, other pawn comes in, other pawn becomes a queen, and then the two queens checkmate the king. Let's see, do we still got it? Do we still got it? No hands. I said, look, ma, no hands. He's going to deny us access because the king is hiding behind the pawn. Hold on, we have to change our strategy. Hold on, this is the new strategy. We didn't have it. We did not have it, but we had a new strategy. Oh, if I stalemate here, I would cry. Okay, let's just go ahead and... We're going to get 3 queens on the board. 30 seconds. In about 10 seconds, we got 3 queens. How about that? Who saw that coming? Opponent was resilient, though. I've stalemated in more winning positions than this, dare I say. But not today. 20 of the best, 20 excellent moves. That was just a good move. A good game. But I guarantee I didn't have those 20 moves in a row. All right, let's look at the analysis. Let's see what happened. Let me pull it up. Let me give you guys an analysis. Here you go.
GGS.
Thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. All right, so they go for the march. My boy Loggy tonight. We don't Loggy tomorrow. We Loggy tonight. We Loggy tonight. No, that's funny. All right, yeah, we were just crushing. This whole game we were crushing. It didn't feel like it, but we were. I'm just seeing if we gave up the advantage at any point in the game. No, we didn't. Clinical. We had to think about it. We used all our time. But you know what? It resulted in victory with 22 seconds to go. Look at this. Look at this. All these moves, right? 26 seconds. Because when you pre-move, you lose 0.1 second per pre-move. So I could get all these moves in. We did like 20 moves in 4 seconds. After doing 20 moves in 5 minutes. All right. Oh, that was classy. Let's do some blitz. All right. Nice to warm up with rapid. But now it ain't no time to think in blitz. We're going to have to move. All right. Sicilian Nydorf action. Move the C pawn. If they go D4, we take it immediately. I'm expecting D4. We take it. All right. Knight takes, and we move the bishop to recapture. We're going to pre-move that.
Emergency. User death imminent.
All right. Nydorf's E6. You get E6 in, you're probably having a good time in the Nydorf. All right, we have a super boxed up structure. There we go. Now they're letting out the bishop. If we castle, then we could be prepared to blow open the center. But we don't want to blow open the center before we castle. Another strategy would be to pawn push the G and the H pawns. I never know if that works out. You know what? We have a double attack on this pawn. Let's just go ahead and take the pawn. They're going to trade the knight off. Real quick trade. All right, time's pretty even here. 230 to 220. Don't want to fall behind on time. Is this a tactic? They're hitting a weak pawn. I mean, honestly, if they take that pawn, I would just be looking right at their king with the bayonet. So I don't think they want to do that. No, we don't want to move forward and block our bishop. And they took away a good square for us. So let's just move the pawn. I'm hoping they take. I mean, this would only be good for us if they take. We would be looking. Yeah, this cannot be good. It doesn't mean we're going to win, but I'm confident in this position. You don't want this. I'm confident. Oh my goodness, we could threaten checkmate. We could threaten mate in 1 right here. Okay, they stop it. Hell, we could hit them with the same tactic they used against us. Wouldn't that be funny? I suppose we get the queen to the dark square and slide over like a smooth criminal. All right, let's go for the smooth slide. Curious how they defend. Because this is about checkmate here. If they mess around, that's checkmate right there. No! I just blundered the queen! I messed around. This is an emergency right here.
Access denied.
All right, and so that's why you don't mess around, because you might find out. All right, and now, well, we have to take, I think we have to take because we lose our bishop. Oh, man, opponent. Wow, a very resourceful opponent. Got to give him all the credit in the world. Give him all the credit in the world. I absolutely blundered a beautiful position away. Oh, goodness. Well, if I lose the defense of the rook, then we're going to lose both pieces. So that's what I'm trying to avoid. If I move, let's just move here. Maybe we can preserve a threat. Yeah, we're going to try to preserve a threat. But queen's coming in. Queen's coming in, and this is looking dangerous. We're gonna strike the queen though. Rook's defended, so we can hop out the way. Yeah, I absolutely messed up this position. This was a prime position too. But this is a tactic actually. Can't take back or we win your rook. Oh no, we don't win the rook. We don't win the rook. Because our opponent is too resilient. We can't trade that or we're going to lose for sure. We're already in a losing position. But that would seal the deal. Alright, we have to summon all our strength here. Sabre Drago! Oh, we don't have this beautiful move I would love. Where does the bishop? Alright, let's just pull the bishop back. Yeah, we're about checkmated here. I think queen down here is about checkmate. Ooh. Why do I still have a move? Am I? Oh, because the bishop. Oh, that's funny. Like, wait a second. I should be losing here.
Emergency. User dead imminent.
All right, all right. Our opponent was solid. What happened there? So we were cooling. We were chilling. Let's see what the engine says about losing our pawn on g7. Engine loves it. We immediately shoot up to -3. This is like a beautiful position for us. We find the moves. We find the move. In the queen move, it wasn't the best move, but still -3 advantage. We haven't lost anything. So what was the move? I'm curious. Was it just rook over? Rook over just as good. I think rook over would have been strong. But yeah, we went with the queen move, which is still winning. I mean, this is all still winning. And this, we blundered the queen. We didn't need to do this. I was like, oh, I'm just going to slide over. Electric slide over. No, you ain't going to slide nowhere. You're gonna lose. You're going to lose that queen. And then opponent just puts on a clinic, finishes the game with checkmate. Got to give him credit. Got to give him credit. All right, let's try that again. Let's try that again. That was upsetting because I could have played almost any move and preserved the advantage other than hanging the queen. All right, we get a queen's pawn game. Do they play a London? Hopefully not. Hopefully we get a knight move. No Londons. What is this? That's about as passive as it gets. All right, we're going to go for the Philidor defense, Black Lion variation. Okay, they get their bishop out. You don't see that every day. I mean, our knight could really go to either of these two squares. I suppose we'll just put the knight on c6. They can't push. We take it. And are we going for the center? I think we have to take the center. Yeah, we have to. Let's go. Let's go time. We might lose our queen here, but that's part of the opening. They take with the pawn. We take with the knight. They take with the knight. We take with the pawn. And then the queen comes in. Let's take with the pawn first. We actually have a fork. All right, this fork might work. I'm not sure. We take the queen first, right? Take the queen first, and then we take the knight. And then we get the bishop to interfere with the rook looking at us. And now trading off pieces can only be good for us. So these pawns look disgusting, but you know they got they're trying to undouble their pawns. Well, they're trying to change the nature of their doubled pawns and have double pawns on this file. That works for me. We'll castle here. And we're moving. We're moving. Probably bishop. Ah, okay. Now bishop b7. if I went bishop b7, they would have locked us down. And then now we have a beautiful diagonal. Okay, I don't think they can take that pawn. So we're going to go get a centralization of the bishop.
Major fracture detected.
Look at this bishop. It's even guarding the rook. I mean, come on now. It's a glorious bishop. We have to take... Oh, okay, I see what they're doing. They're trying to be clever, and this just might work. You take with the pawn, we take, and then you take with the bishop. But we're going for trades, right? So we want every trade we can possibly get. We're chilling.
Interesting.
He hits our unprotected bishop. Got to protect the juicer. Little F5, protect the juicer action. Can't come forward, we simply take. Bishop's doing a lot of work, right? So they're potentially coming to push the pawn. We take, and none of this sacrifice doesn't work, luckily for us. Could simply strike the rook now. All right, what is the maneuver here? Don't want to come this way. Let's just get the rook to semi-open file. 50 seconds left. We're down a minute on the clock. We are down a minute on the clock. But I think this position is winning to me. All right, they're going to move a pawn. Let's just get our bishop out the center. We're pushing the pawn next. That's our move. They're going to trade. If they... Okay. I think they're going to trade this. They really want to sacrifice if they get the opportunity, so let's not give it to them. And they don't have this rook move, which would allow them to push the pawn. This seems just fine for us. I'm assuming we just check here. What's the issue? King's going to come to this square. Oh, this is checkmate. This is checkmate on h1. Pretty sure checkmate on h1. Not going to pre-move that in case it's not checkmate and I miss something. Let's see. Our king is defending. Oh, you have to bring the rook back. Oh, you have to bring the rook back. It's already checkmate if they didn't have these two rooks here. We're going to lose the bishop, but that's quite all right. Okay, they're hitting our pawn. Let's defend it. And this is Operation Get Every Piece on the Light Squares. 28 seconds to 33 seconds. Bishop's on an outpost. Everything on a light square. And then they're... Alright, look, their bishop can't touch it. If it's on a light square, it cannot be touched. Alright, we're okay with this trade. And we're going to threaten the bishop. Well, should we just take? Yeah, let's just take. It's time to move. Their king's trying to come in. We're going to snap off the weak pawn. Cannot be defended any longer. Just a matter of conversion here. Alright, we'll get the queen action. What is this? We'll take that. And then we'll march all the pawns. And we win on time. We win on time. So we were cruising. We had the position right there. We had that tactic at the beginning with the double attack on the pawn, and I think we just sailed to victory. You can't be mad at that.
Now you're using AI.
Oh yeah, true. That's true. I've been exposed. All right, 1b3. Bishop out. This is a hyper-modern opening 1b3 where you don't immediately develop the pawns in the center. You get the bishop out first and you attack the center from the sides and then you win it. Little indirect, but I think we got this. Opponent has already disconnected.
2 wins in a row.
Algeria.
Only be AI.
It can only be AI. Yeah. It's got nothing to do with hard work, dedication, and 17 of the best moves in a row that the engine literally told me to play. Nothing to do with that. All right, game abandoned. Hey, they must know. They must know it's AI, so they're just abandoning now in math. What is happening? All right, let's try again. Let's try again. The Loggy the Legend. And we sack a pawn here. We don't play the London. We play Queen's Gambit, Catalan type positions. And we sack the pawn.
Are you sure this is the right
They
way?
were
I think it's
watching the
just fine.
streams and saw the accusations.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's like how they say, you know, it takes one to know one. So they clearly knew me by my fruits. I knew what they were because I was one myself. If they take this knight, this is some weird cutting-edge technology I've seen before. I'm just going to pre-move this capture. I have seen this knight get taken by bishop too many times to count. All right, let's recapture the pawn here with the queen check. Queen checks king, recapture pawn. And then we'll get the knight out. Actually, this may be very tempting. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This is a crazy move. This is a crazy move because you retake and you get tacticked. I don't know. I think this is a tactic here because we hit the rook. The king has to come to an awkward square. Yeah, the king doesn't want to go to that square. All right, we could take a draw. We could take a draw and shuffle the piece back and forth. That would be hilarious. All right, do we get the bishop out and attack the knight? Do we get the knight out? Should we get the knight out and prepare to castle? Let's get the knight out and castle. Knight out, castle. And that way we protect our pawn here. The queen can't really leave the king because we would just check again. But we're so far from getting a rook into the game. Still need 2 moves. Castle and rook slide. All right, so let's put a threat on the knight. Now the knight cannot move. Pin to the king. And then we got to get the knight and the rook. It's go time. It's time to go. Actually, this could be a good move as well. Knight e5. Opponent just disconnects from Spain. I didn't know this was so good. Yeah, we hit him with the tactic, and I think they just left. They're like, I don't want to deal with this tactic. We missed something here, though. Hold on, Meow. Hold on, Meow. What did we miss? All right, so winning the pawn back actually was far from the best move. The computer much prefers knight to d2. But alas, this is just fine. And oh, the knight move is bad, but we miss y. And then taking the pawn is no good. No good, funny enough. But we are able to get the tactic. And then, yeah, we're proceeding well. We're proceeding well on pace. All right, let's run it back. Let's run it back. We're being chilling right now. 1b3. 1b3. Let's see if we can get a little action in. Open up the bishop. Pawn comes forward. Maybe, okay, pawn comes forward. Then we go for the pin. If bishop comes this way, they have the cutting edge technologies. Yeah, they got the cutting edge technologies. Got to give them credit. I forgot. We got in trouble here because we did something unorthodox. I think we should strike with one of these 2 pawns. Let's just strike the center. And then we'll take with the bishop. And they'll probably move the bishop. Oh, they shut her down. Let's open her back up. Got the clamp in the center. You going nowhere. So take, sacrifice the bishop, and then take a pawn. 2 pawns for a bishop, usually not good. But they're central pawns. These are central pawns for a bishop. I mean, I would almost never consider the sacrifice. Take a pawn, takes my bishop, take a pawn, have to move the knight. Where's the knight going? Knight probably comes in, snap the, or threaten the knight. Threaten the knight, and then it's pretty much trapped. I don't know. I'm curious if this is good for us. 2 central pawns for a bishop, and we get a tempo on the knight and potential knight trappage. No, knight comes back. It's going to come back to a6 at the end of the line, right? So for those of us following at home, whoa, what is that? That's not a. You're going to sack the bishop. If this man sacks the bishop, oh, he took that way. Okay, I didn't know that was a move. So I respect it. He's putting me on game. Let's get this queen trade, because we don't want a queen looking at our pawn if something comes to this square and we... Whoa. He moved right in. I'll be the first to tell you I didn't think that was a move, but I see it is a move because our bishop is closed off. Yeah, I'll be the first to tell you I didn't think that was a move. So now we're going to have to trade dark square bishops. This is a tough opponent. Sebop. Sebop. They saw Bop from Poland. Oh, blundered the queen. Wait, did I pre-move? Oh, that's why. I was like, oh, it is blundered the queen. All right, come on this way. Oh, no, they're going to hit the rook. Oh, wow. We're going to lose the rook here. We are going to lose the rook here, but that's okay. It's go time. Can't take the knight because rook's hitting the queen. Oh, this is a disaster. This is a disaster. Where do we go? Dude, we don't trade the queen. We can't trade the queens here. All right, we can't. I mean, there's only so many squares for us to even get to. They're gonna take the knight. We're getting bum rushed here. All right, but this is almost mate in 1, so they have to respect the threat. They have a check. All right, they respected the threat. Move the knight. Let's bring our rook in, preparing. We're gonna have to. I was gonna say prepare to sacrifice, but how are we gonna? I'm not sacrificing the queen. I want to sacrifice the rook. Hold on now. Hold on now. Let's come this way. We're gonna lose the pawn. Ooh. This opponent must be very good, because I didn't even see this as a maneuver. Yeah, this is a hard L here. This is a hard L here. We may have to resign. I'm just curious. Opponent checks. Oh, that was odd. They hopped the knight back. Yeah, now it's just like hoping for stalemate. All right, we're throwing the kitchen sink. We got 30 seconds. Terrible position. We're losing the pawn. We're losing everything. And I really don't see a way forward. So, throw the kitchen sink, and hopefully we get a stalemate out of this action. So let's start moving the pawns. Let's see if this guy knows how to checkmate. They're from Poland, so I'm pretty confident they know how to checkmate. But I want to see it on the board. All right, they're coming for my pawn. Oh, no. Oh, no. They're going to get the pawn. Maybe we'll see a blunder of a queen here. I highly doubt it. All right. So she'll just bring the rook right here. And oh, okay. That's a nice checkmate. Very nice. What's happening? This isn't checkmate? That's odd. I mean, checkmate right here. See, wow, this was an incredible player. I'm actually curious of this player's rating. They're so good. 900 rapid. All right, well, their blitz is much higher than 900, you ask me. Because first of all, they have the cutting-edge technology. And then the boldness to queen check. But okay, they saw that they could take the pawn, so you got to respect it. And then I guess we went for the queen trade. We should have went for the queen trade this way, and they take the rook. See, that's what nobody realizes. If we go for the queen trade the other way, they take the rook. So we went for it this way. I don't know. when your opponent plays a perfect game, there's really nothing you can do. There was no advantage we ever had in that game, so just put on a clinic. Gotta respect him. 900 rated. 900
Lost on
rated. What are you
purpose
gonna do?
because of the accusations.
Yeah, it was the accusations. It's definitely not because he refuted my ideas and had much better positional knowledge than me, despite being 200 rating points lower than me in Rapid. All right, let's go for, what is this move? It's like you tried to move it to D4, but your mouse slipped halfway through. Let's play the Dutch. Let's play the Dutch, ladies and gentlemen. Then we'll get these pawns in the game. I wasn't supposed to move that pawn, but I did. And now we have a beautiful light square triangle. Oh my goodness. We could get double connect 4. Are you kidding me? Is everybody seeing this? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. We get a double connect 4 with the pawns. I don't think it's good, but it looks cool. All right, let's get the knight out to prepare. Oh, they're trying to stop our connect 4 maneuver. Oh, he's trying to stop the connect 4 because they're just going to take the pawn. All right, let's get our queen looking at this square. I think we have it. I think we have it. Oh, it's going to be tough. It's going to be so tough to get this connect 4 in. But if I move my knight, okay, he could move the pawn to threaten the knight. And then we move the knight this way. It's on the dim. Doesn't have a bright future. That's not what we want. Let's just castle. Let's castle, and then we're hitting the connect 4. I love it. Knight comes in. I mean, what is the knight even hitting? So the knight wants to move to one of these two squares. Let's move our pawn first because they gave up the double attack on this square. They got the knight where they wanted, but I think this is just fine for us. I mean, best you get a rook. You get a rook, but you undevelop, and you give me a double connect 4. All right, we're going to lose one of our connect 4. Ooh. Okay, so this is what they're going for. If we go forward, they're going to take, and if we recapture, we lose the queen. We're going to lose the queen. And we can't check because knight's defending a beautiful check on the dark diagonal. So maybe we load up the check back this way. All right, let's come back and get out of that pin shenanigans so we don't have to worry about it. Big question. Let's just move the knight so we preserve our little check on b6. Checks the king, put the king in the corner. Okay, I'm not sure the purpose of this move. They're trying to take our knight. That's the whole purpose. You see, our knight's undefended, so if we were to take with this knight, we could defend it, but it... Oh, no, the knight defends. Okay, so I didn't even realize that. Yeah, this is absolutely fine. Actually, this is threatening checkmate. This is mate. This is checkmate. So they have to do something about it. And they failed to do anything, so we're able to get the checkmate in. Allegations! Can we get some more allegations out here? Is this man using an engine?
Emergency. User death imminent.
No. I told you what I was thinking the whole time. Alright. Let's play the Najdorf Sicilian here. And the whole point of playing the Najdorf Sicilian, I'm going to teach y'all some opening right now. If they overgo d4, you immediately take. They recapture with the queen. You always bring this knight out. And then you're going to want to push the pawn to d6 so that if they push their pawn, you can get the knight out. Whereas if I were to simply get the knight out, they would just push the pawn, and I couldn't take it. So that's why I pushed the knight to d6. So now they don't have this maneuver anymore. And we're going to defend with the bishop and simply prepare to retake. We may attack the bishop. a6 is a thematic move in this. All right, this is odd. I mean, we could just come forward. Well, we said what we were going to do, right? We're going to take it. We said we were going to take it, so let's take it. All right, and now we have the double attack. So let's see. 1, 2, 3 pieces attacking. So by simply moving this, we can diffuse all of that tension. And if they take our bishop first, we hop the knight out of the danger of the queen. Otherwise, we simply take. And we're going to defend this way. I feel like I'm playing a book move right here. I feel like both of us have played the Sicilian before. Uruguay. Excellent connection. Oh, this guy's got better connection than me. Right. I suppose he's going to castle, so he wants to castle. We could check. Queen takes, pawn takes, then he castles, then we get the rook to the center. Maybe that's okay. Get the knight in, he castles. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Let's get the a6 move we talked about in. And we'll just threaten to trade queens. They're going to have to move their queen somewhere. Probably get our rook to the center. Pawn forward, bishop out. Alright, actually, I almost want to move my knight and just simply put a threat on the queen. Let's do it. I'm curious how they react to the threat on the queen here. And we simply defend our knight with e6 and just leave it there. I mean, the queen's already defending, but e6 gets our bishop out. And the queen's trying to look at this square, I guess is the whole purpose. Alright, let's defend the knight with the rook for now. We got the double defense. If they move... Oh, okay, so they hit our queen. Is there a way to force a queen trade? Let's just come down here. Keeping that knight. Keeping a watchful eye on this knight.
Oh no.
Oh yes. We'll come back, just putting an extra protection, and we still want to look to get the pawn move out. We could have traded queens, honestly. Maybe we should have. Yeah, the last thing this guy's trying to do is trade queens for whatever reason. Let's move a pawn forward. We're threatening this knight now. I think this, again, I think this is good for us. If they take, then we open up and we simply move the rook. So maybe that's probably is good for us. All right, let's hope they take. Yep, they do. We're going to get a bayonet here. All right, we got the bayonet. This is checkmate. That was an aggressive opponent. But we stayed calm, we defended, and we denied access. Opponent threw everything at us. They get the queen out early. They get the bishop. They get the triple attack. 1, 2, 3. Goodness gracious. So let's get out of that. And then they're still checking the king. They're always keeping a watchful eye on the king. All right, we got the a6 move in. We put a tempo on the queen with the knight, and then they put a tempo in return. Now we got the long diagonal. They could have traded. They could have traded and avoided the checkmate, but they wanted to checkmate us, so you got to respect them. And now we get the bayonet. You have to do something about this. Probably pawn here. And then I'm still going to infiltrate on the d file. But we get the checkmate. We eked it. We eked it out. We eked it out. Can we eke out another one? Let's see here. Let's go strong d4. All right, little c4 action. What is the queen doing out there? What is the queen doing? All right, so we're just going to... Okay. And now we're just going to get our bishop out and castle. All right, I'm just putting the bishop here, so if they take, we can put a strike on the queen. And we have the strike on the queen here. So you have to do something with that queen. Let's go ahead and fianchetto. And then we'll castle. We're not worried about that pawn. Just a little pawn there. No worries. Let's prepare the little b pawn march. All right, let's hit the bishop. All right, big question. We hit the knight. Where does it go? All right, let's hit the knight. Wherever it goes, we take it. Sounds good to me. Oh, wow. Their bishop is hanging. Wow. They have a double hanging piece right here. Unintentionally move their bishop back. That's why you don't move your queen out early, because then your pieces get in unharmonious positions here. And now we have a threat on the queen. What? That ain't good. That can't be good for the opponent. So should we come in with the bishop threatening checkmate on this square? This is checkmate. And that's checkmate. I mean, I don't know. We're on a roll. We had 3 checkmates in a row. Be honest. But you have to respect your opponent's ideas. I respect him. My opponent had checkmate in 1 too. But well, he had mate in 2, I guess. We had mate in 1. And we're just going to tuck him in, put him to bed. Got a little lucky there. Let's run it back. Let's run it back. We're on a roll. Hold on. Let's engage the enemy.
The king can't eat the queen.
No, because the bishop was protecting the queen. That's why I routed the bishop to the dark square. So I think I put the bishop on g5 or something when I checkmated. And they're protecting each other. The opponent probably didn't realize that. It's what's called a scholar's mate is what I did. And I get hit with them. Yeah, I get hit with them all the time. It's a tricky thing to do. I would say between about 500 and 800 rating level, that checkmate that I just did, you'll see in the first 4 moves of the game, they're going to try to set up the bishop and queen scholar's mate. And it's hard to see. It's hard to realize it's happening. I'll be the first to tell you, but once I realized, that's when I started breaking out of the 500 level. Now, at the 1100 level, what I'm noticing is the new technology is they go for a sack on f7. They like bring the bishop out, targeting the f7 pawn, then they bring the knight out, and even if you defend it with the pawn, they still sack, and then it prepares like the queen to come and check you. It's super weird. I mean, it's pretty strong. If you don't know what you're doing, it's very strong. All right, let's put a tempo on the bishop. What? They're just giving up to the bishop. We'll take that. And we'll get ours out in return. Oh, they're going for the trade. Let's not blunder our bishop. All right, knight comes out, pawn pushes forward. Then where does the knight go? I don't know. So let's just move the knight here. And let's fianchetto our bishop. We could castle. Okay, let's just move our pawn forward. If they come forward, we're going to go forward again. I just didn't want to move into the double attack. They kind of have a clamp on this E square. Never smart to put your queen in front of your king. I would like to move the rook over and get our classic maneuver. Hold on now. If I move the knight, they come down. And then we can take the pawn with a threat on the queen. I love that. All right, let's get the knight in, and this way our queen can come out directly in front of the king. No, we would lose it. We would lose it. We'll move the queen out to f6 and not lose it to the knight. All right, now we no longer have the f6, but that's okay. So we're going to snap this off with the threat on the queen. And we're going to defend this knight. We could counterattack their knight. And then they take and we take, and then the rook takes. All right, we ain't got time. We ain't got time. Minute 12 to minute 56. We're gonna lose.
Interesting.
No time to mess around. Queen takes, we take, rook takes. They didn't want that. They were not interested. So now they gave us the square we wanted. We could castle either direction. But what we don't want to do is stay in the center with the queen looking at us. I suppose I'll castle queen side because we have all the pawns. Oh, they're giving us a hook right there. Yeah. Let's get the king out of the center. And then how do we get our pieces in the game? Big question. We ain't got time. We're going to get both the rooks, and we're going to push this pawn. All right, I'll take that trade. Oh, I see where he's trying to target this pawn here, and he would have had a double attack on the rooks. Clever opponent, but we're going to sidestep that and then push upon this knight. Knight's going to have to move somewhere. All right. Hey, that was a good move. That was a good move. You're going to lose the bishop. He probably should have taken the bishop, I'm thinking. All right, let's go this way so it's a little harder for the king to escape. Clever opponent here. I'm not sure. Where does this knight want to go? All right, we have to make room for the knight. There's no room for the knight. 25 seconds to 50 seconds. Train's coming. I can feel the train coming. What is that? All right, let's just keep pushing. Let's keep pushing. Wait, what's happening? Why can't I push it? Is it my turn? What's happening? Oh my goodness, the pawn just wasn't moving. 15 seconds. So yeah, I was trying to push this. That would have got us. Yeah, we're good. We're chilling. We are chilling. Oh, I just lost the rook. We're not chilling. We are no longer chilling. We are no longer chilling. We have 10 seconds, and this knight better take this rook. If it knows what's good for it. Yeah, this position fell apart. I don't know if it was ever good, but now it's bad. Not sure where we messed this one up. All right, we're going to have to pre-move to victory here. Pre-move to stalemate. Ooh. And we lost on time. That was very close to stalemate. That was so close. Our king had an escape square, though. Mate in 5. For those paying attention at home, who had mate in 5 on your bingo cards? All right, so this was actually a dominating position for us here. Yep, we got everything we wanted. Still good for us. All right. Trying to find out where we messed it up. This is all good. This is all good. Engine loves it. Stockfish says you're doing great. Queen trade. Yeah, why not? And I think we get in trouble with the knight here. I tried to kick it. Yeah, and I let go of this pawn. And it's still -2 for us. But we're starting to lose the thread just a little bit. And then the knight trade. Oh, okay. The knight trade was fine. It was the rook maneuver. But, okay, they don't find the move. And I wonder... No, that's mate in 1. We could have got mated in 1 here if we messed around. So, ooh, be careful about those mate in 1s, people. That's why you have a luft for the king. All right, move the pawn forward. We're pushing, we're pushing. And yeah, this is just all terrible. Yeah, we just lose the thread and we never get it back. So I don't understand. What was the move here that would have kept us in the game? Alright, it was moving the pawn forward. I don't know, I kind of felt like I had a cramped position, and I wasn't sure exactly what to do. Maybe just bring the bishop back? No? Alright, hold on, let's think. What does the opponent want? Well, the opponent's threatening to come here, maybe. No. They're trying to double and get the checkmate. So all these moves I'm looking at is like not good. It's like you gotta move. Whatever you're doing, do it now. And yeah, we can't. We're gonna give up mate. I'm just not sure I understand. So we have an advantage, -2.6.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine.
But how is this an advantage?
Because they would never understand.
No. This is an advantage? I mean, the knight can't go anywhere. This rook can't move, or we're going to lose checkmate. If the bishop doesn't have any targets on the diagonal, it's probably fine in the corner. So do I just move the knight? No, because I still fall prey. Yeah, I just don't get it. I don't understand. This is too complex for me. There's some kind of maneuver here. I ain't got the engine though to figure it out. So let's take a little think. Let's take a little think. What is the move? Yeah, I don't get it. Literally every piece I move, our advantage goes from -2 to +3. I go here, lose the advantage. Lose the advantage, lose the advantage, lose the advantage. I just don't understand because I don't see a good move. We're not going to sack the rook. What? Okay, so the bishop comes here. Why is this good? Why is this good for us? They would simply attack it with the rook. That's just the logic I don't understand. Oh, so then we can finally attack their knight? No, that's not the best move still. What? What's the idea of moving the bishop to d2? What is the advantage we're getting from this? Because we're -2. The only move to preserve the advantage. Great move, the engine would say. What's our follow-up? We're going to lose the bishop. This is why people say chess is hard, because it's confusing. Maybe it's obvious to someone viewing, but it fails to be obvious to me why this is good. This seems bad. This seems bad to move a bishop here. I'm not going to pretend like I understand how this is good for us. Alright, we're going to move on. We're going to move on. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I could probably sit there for 10 more minutes and still not get it. Alright, let's get a little d4 action. Sacrifice the pawn. Get the knight out. Put the bishop attacking the pawn. Let's take the pawn back. Castle. And keep our pawn in the centralized location. Principled move, get the knight out. Whoa, what is this? Why are they double attacking? I guess we'll... I mean, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Should we just push forward? Let's get some space here in Fianchetto. I mean, this sacrifice does not work. Alright, let's just move our pawn up. That is weird. I don't know, are we getting mated here? This is mate in 1. This is mate in 1. Ah, is this mate in 1? Hold on, I might have a resource. And I'll be the first to tell you, I've resigned a position when it was winning, according to the engine. Alright, so it's always good to have a nice little look think. But the issue is there's 3 pieces, right? So even if I interrupt one of the pieces, they're all coming in. So queen here is checkmate. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think we have to sack our queen. The best move is sack the queen. And we still get mated. That's kind of crazy, right? We sack the queen and he mates us. Wow, how did we get in this position? Let me just look, because it happens so quickly. And usually, usually you get the bishop back and Fianchetto it. I didn't do that. So maybe not very principled, but to take advantage with the double knight jump. Wow, it's a good double knight jump. But see, we're fine because the knight's offending, right? So we didn't even have to move the pawn because you still can't take it. But we get in trouble here with the rook sacrifice. So yeah, I don't know. It just seems like we played all normal moves. They did the double knight move. What were we supposed to do instead? I'm not sure. I'm just going to take the knight. I think this is the best, and then they checkmate us. I didn't see a way out of this. Yeah, good on the opponent. All right, one blunder. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. We're 800. We ain't 500 no more. We're 800. So they do a double. Yeah, this is all fine for us. The double knight hop was super odd. This is even winning for us. Yeah, this is all fine. Pawn move is not the best. We go from plus 1.7 to 0.6. Ah, so you can't take with the pawn? I guess you can't take it at all. I guess you have to let them take you at that point. So we would have been fine if we just left it alone, it's looking like. So if I just would have gone, that's my other play was just go for the central push. We should have fianchettoed. We should have fianchettoed. This will never work. But maybe they're, yeah, they don't have the Greek gift. Ah, okay. Yeah, I'll be honest, I never really see this just pawn march to victory, so we're going to learn something here today. Got to be careful. Leave it alone. Leave it be. He got us. Humiliation. We got to get humiliation on the soundboard. If you got an idea for something to add to the soundboard, I will add it. All right, sack the pawn. Let's do exactly what we did last time. No need to change anything. We learned from our mistakes. Fianchetto the bishop. Don't take the pawn and leave it in the center. And I'm expecting takes here, and then we'll go knight d2. So many ways to take back the pawn. If we go knight d2, then I would expect them to push, and then we could come down here and undermine the pawn structure. They didn't go for it. Let's just castle, and now they should really take the pawn. They take with knight. We're going to trade everything. All right. Well, that's definitely a move. Let's just keep the center nice and tight. All right. Are they going for a sacrifice? I'll never know. Let's get our pieces in the game. All right. We have to move the queen because they're looking at it. If I would have took the knight, we would have got tacticked because they would have hit us with the pawn, and then we would have had to lose the knight or our queen. Instead, they're going to give us this pawn, which is a very important central pawn. I'm not sure that was such a great move. All right, and they go for the sacrifice. Ah, it wasn't a sacrifice. They won the piece back. Clever. Clever, clever. Should we strike the bishop? Then it would come into this diagonal, hitting our queen again. Probably not the best. So let's just move the knight instead, opening up our rook, going for a knight trade, and also making our bishop threaten their queen a little bit. So they'll have to be careful. And we're going to look to attack on this file, this open F file. Oh, we got to get our other rook in the game. I'm not even paying attention here. Yeah, we have to make this trade. And they take with the pawn. That works for me. All right, let's prepare to fianchetto the bishop. I mean, I don't know if this is good for them. Takes, pawn takes, king. Yeah, I'm not really worried about that. I'll just prepare to retake with the king. Oh, should we take with the queen? Should we take with the queen? Probably, actually. Takes, takes, takes. All right, let's prepare to double the rooks. Interesting. So they're trying to target this weak pawn. We could sack the exchange. I'm cool with this. No tactic, unfortunately. We're going to take the pawn, so I guess we have to go forward. Now this pawn will be weak, but we can rotate the rook. Okay. Let's double the rooks. And I'm thinking this is my next move here, e4 to deflect the queen, and then we take the pawn. I think this will be a clever maneuver. And also it restricts the knight from hopping in. Then we're going to make these trades. And we really would love to get that d-pawn rolling so we can have a little scope against the king. All right. 30 seconds. Let's go for it. Benefit of this is we protect the pawn. Maybe a queen trade. All right. And now we finally opened up our bishop. Happy day for the bishop. Where does the rook go? We'll throw it up there. And if they want to make this trade, we're going to trade this way. This pawn is very useful. Let's get our king in the game. Knight takes. Surprised knight didn't take the rook. They could have easily taken our rook right there. They can't move that rook. Oh, we should take. I'm saying they can't move the rook away from the pawn because there's a double attack here, and that would be devastating to the position. Let's take here. We're going to get checked. It's okay. We're going to come back. Trade off pawns. We have the pawn. Oh! I just blundered my rook. Goodness gracious. Luckily, we have 2 passed pawns, which are very strong. Oh my gosh. We have 1 passed pawn, which is not so strong. Oh my goodness. All right, we're losing everything here. 3 seconds. 3 seconds. Pre-move to glory. All right, we're going to sneak a queen. We won on time. All right, we had to pre-move there. I don't know what happened. I won with a nice tactic. No, I won because I flagged the opponent. I got lucky here. Opponent played super tough.
Emoji DJ.
My guy. My guy. Sometimes you just got to pre-move to glory. All right, and yeah, the bishop was terrible. I could feel the pressure, though. So much pressure against our king, and with the weak pawn, I just wanted to alleviate it. And I guess they didn't find the move, whatever it was. This is mate in 4, and this position is mate in 4 for white. I couldn't even guess. I'm assuming check first, so the king would have to move to the corner. And then the rook comes in, so you have to defend with the knight. And then the queen comes in. Nope, this would blunder. What is this blunder? All right, so this would blunder back. Okay, just rook here. Rook here. Checkmate. Boom. Done. Mate in 4. I was not going to see that one. Go for the queen trade. And then for the dub, we just throw it out. We blundered the rook. We blundered the rook. I said, oh, that's okay. We got 2 passed pawns. This is dead draw, according to the engine. Dead draw. But no, I moved the wrong pawn. I should have moved the king in, put a threat on the rook, so it had to go somewhere. And then get behind the pawns, march to glory. All right, let's hit one more. Let's hit one more. Call it a night. Appreciate everyone making it out. Hope you had a good time. Hopefully we can win on the end. You guys are all awesome. And you're perfect just the way you are, but you didn't need me to tell you that. It's just a nice reminder. All right, let's go. Let's go. Train's coming. The train is coming. All right, are we going to see shenanigans? This is the shenanigans that I be talking about. All right, I'm just going to play a normal move. I'm expecting, if we're doing shenanigans, the knight has to come here. He's thinking about it. He's thinking, should I do these shenanigans? All right. This still works. We're going to shut it down now. Shut down the shenanigans. Box up in the center. And decide if castling is key. All right, we don't want to go e5. I don't think h6 is the best move, but they put their bishop in an awkward, undefended location. So should we strike the juicer? All right, let's trade first. I don't want to trade everything. All right, let's do it. Let's just do it. And castle. And let's get this bishop out of here. Bishop's got to choose what to take. All right. I don't know. This is the end game. So we could go into an end game. Knight takes, pawn takes, queen takes, rook takes. But I don't want to go into an end game. The only issue is I have to move my queen back to defend my knight so I don't cause a weakness in front of the king unless I'm going to slide over and attack that way. You know what? Let's do it. Let's do it, actually. Because our queen is out, we could get the bayonet. This is interesting, I think. Keep everything on the board. All right, let's trade now. They brought the queen out. We're going to get the bishop out. Our bayonet maneuver failed, but we live to fight another day. Hanase! All right. Let's see if we can attack this bishop, get a little tempo. I mean, they could bring the rook in and counterattack. I'm sure that's fine, because we get double pawns that are weak. But they don't go for it. Let's see if we can fight for this d-file. All right, little loading stutter there. Let's just go forward. I really would love to trade off the bishops. Okay, this works. This works. Hold on now. They're giving us a 7th rank? Because, see, we can lock it down. If we move the rook away from the file... Oh, okay. Well, let's not trade off rooks. Come on now. Okay. Not sure what to do here. What should I do here? Let's just play a waiting move. Alright, and now we're threatening the pawn. The bishop's pinned to the king. Let's start getting some light squares. Oh, I had a move right there. I could have taken this, but I failed. Failed to notice. That's okay. Just come back. They may take the file. And their bishop's free to move now. They got out of the pin. So let's lock it down. Check the king. Alright. I guess I'll come around this way and we'll try to pin the bishop to the rook. Just pinning it to the king was unsuccessful. There we go. Well, this looks unsuccessful as well. We just really need them to move this pawn. Alright, maybe we're going g5. Oh, they moved the pawn. Nice. Okay. Was it nice? Yes. Alright, I like that. What? Alright, pre-move time. 9 seconds to 30. Okay. I don't know what they're doing. I think they're giving us a passer, right? No? Oh, okay. I can't calculate. Opponent's too real. It's a race. It's a race, and they're winning it. And we have a second. No! Come out! Come out! Let's move. Pre-move. All right, opponent was too good. I was proud of that showing. Wow, McNugget. All the respect in the world to McNugget. Stone cold killer, this guy. All right, so where did we mess this up? Typical little Sicilian things. Take the pawn. These trades were fine. Castle. Queen's in the center. All right, and now computer didn't love the queen move, but it's fine. It's fine. We're still dead even. Everything. This is a dead draw. We're just heading to the end game. Dead draw. Boring game, but you know, 3 pieces, so there's still a chance for checkmate. But not if we trade him. Now 2 pieces. Now it's really going to be a boring game. And we fail to convert. So this was our greatest advantage. In this position, we had our greatest advantage. I wonder, is G5 the move? Yeah, G5 would have gave us negative 1.4. Not the best move, because we're negative 2.4, but still a great move here. And then maybe we figure out how to get the king in the game. All right, but we missed that. Opponent played solid. 30 seconds at this point. Wow, still here's crushing. Here we're crushing because we could simply take the bishop, but the genius decided to just check instead of taking the bishop. So unintentional mercy. Did not intend to have mercy here. Can I just trade pieces? No, definitely don't trade there. And again, how did we mess this up? Check. Oh, yeah. What was I thinking? I needed to check down here. What was I thinking? Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. Either of these 2 moves would have been fine. We would have lived to fight another day, but alas, we missed it. And we tried to persevere as long as we could in this position. But the opponent knew exactly what to do. Very clinical. McNugget marched down with the queen, and we timed out. They had us. They had us. We were going for some kind of stalemate or get the pawn up. Not to be. Not to be. I appreciate everyone making out. Thanks for watching the stream. You guys are great.